So Simon, preview before Stevenage. It's a game under the lights at the Environment Stadium. Is that a different type of atmosphere, different feeling?
Well, we've always liked night games in our stadium, but obviously it's the first one without the fans there. As a player and as a manager, just there's something about night games, isn't it, in general, that you like it under the lights, and we're looking forward to it.
Stevenage have picked up 5 points from the first 8 games, but this early on in the season, is that something you pay much attention to?
No, just really, we're having a look at them and their strengths and weaknesses, but just trying to look at our own performance really and worry about that, because people do go on difficult spells, but they also can go on really good spells, and end up really high in the table. So, we'll not be reading too much into that, just rather our performance and obviously trying to keep on improving that.
From what you have seen of Stevenage, what are the biggest strengths they've got?
Well, they've got strength and depth, that's for sure. In terms of the forward players, put 3 on fresh the other day, and so it's they might mix it up a little bit. They've got good strength in there, a lot of experience within their ranks, and again, as we're finding that a lot, with the teams that we're facing.
Colchester's defeat on Saturday was disappointing. George Thompson said after the game that he felt personally partially responsible for that defeat, missing a couple of chances. Is he right to think that?
Well, he's a good and honest lad, is Tomo, and he's on fire for us in terms of his performance. Is absolutely brilliant. It's good when lads actually face up to it, and their responsibilities, and think, I could have done more. He had a couple of chances, yes, but other people did as well. But Tomo has emerged as one of our best players. I think everyone would agree with that. Constantly wanting the ball and makes us tick at the minute. So he's probably been a little bit harsh, but at the same time he'll want to punish teams when he creates his own chances.
21 shots, 5 on target. We've spoken a bit before about being more ruthless in front of goal. Is it more a mental aspect to that, finishing the attempts, or more work on the training ground?
A bit like Thomas said there, I think we've just got to have, everyone's going to have that self-awareness of actually we could be better at that. When you look at all the stats, and like you mentioned there, we dominated proceedings. However, you've got to hand it to them. Saturday they had 11 shots and 7 on target, as opposed to our 5 from 21. We need to do better in and around the box, and we even mentioned examples of right at the top of the game. With Leeds the other day, how many touches did actually Bamford have? For his second goal was 3-4 touches, and then he picked his spot, and that's with 3 defenders around him. And you've always got to aspire to higher levels and look at what the top of the game is doing, and you don't always have to swipe it first time. And sometimes we were the other day, and sometimes we could have had an extra touch. Sometimes we were running away from goal in order to receive it, but when the ball was coming in, we emptied the box. And it's definitely something for us to look at in the video, something for us to train and work on, and then actually just to bring it to the table when we are judged on a match day.
It's not too often we've been on the wrong side of the result this season, and when we have been, we've generally played quite well, so as you said, dominated games. I guess even when we do lose, you can still come out of these matches with confidence, knowing we're doing the right things, we're playing the right way.
Well, this is it, and it's up to us to get the balance right when we're talking to players, because the last thing the lads deserve is to have their confidence undermined by us being too harsh. We're probably surprising ourselves at the minute, or have done so far this season, without wanting to get too far ahead of ourselves, in the fact that we're coming out of games, dominating possession and playing really well, and pleasing on the eye. And as much as it's frustrating when you lose games, it's like you're in a lot worse state of mind, aren't you? Certainly I am, when you've been hammered possession-wise and got hammered as a team. So there's so many positives, and the players should be rightly feeling confident that we can grab hold of games, and we're looking upwards with 5 points from the top of the league. We're in a great place.
Fingers crossed for a good result tomorrow then.
Thank you very much.